Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Dr. Uchenna. In this video, I want to talk about the only way or ways to grow. And the growth I'm talking about is spiritual growth, strength and courage to achieve any dream that you want to achieve and to live a peaceful and better life, basically. So the first thing, of course, for me has been to face my fears head on, not running away from the fears, not running away from the perceived pain that might follow, but to run into it, to embrace the fear, to dance with the fear. The dance really is, life is playing a song for us. Life is poetry. There's a song that your heart has been playing for a very long time, and if you take the time to listen, you can hear the kind of music that's being played. But we really don't have time for that. Most of us don't have time for that because we are preoccupied with the culture. We are preoccupied with societal expectations. We are preoccupied with the pressures of life, the bills to pay, the family to take care of, the school to attend. There's always something to do at every time. And what I've noticed is that the culture itself obscures reality. And yes, it is part of reality, but it is not really your journey, if you know what I mean. It has been designed. It was pre-designed before you came. It's there for everybody to follow. So when you're born, you're trained to follow that line. Go to school. Nothing wrong with it. It's very good to have an education. Beautiful. Very important for development and for your knowledge. But we forget that there's another track that we should also be attending to as we go. And that's our inner voice that talks to us all the time. That inner voice tells us what to do. It's our intuition, which we ignore because we're not taught to respect the intuition. When I wasn't raised that way, we were taught to follow the track, the predetermined track of life. Finish your primary school, get into the secondary school. From there, go to the university. After the university, get a job, or you can do more university, like postgraduate courses. Then get a job. Between that time to raise a family. What else? Yeah, then work until you've reached the retirement age. Then you can retire from work and prepare to die. And it's good, it's okay. That's the safe part. It's a very good part. It's not an easy part too. It's not as easy as it sounds. Some people don't make it to the secondary school. Some people don't for various reasons. Some people don't make it into the university on time or whatever. They drop out or something happens. Some people don't get a job for a long time or whatever. So it's not as straightforward as possible. And even those who manage to get the jobs and everything, not everybody has enough or makes enough money to live the kind of life that they want to live. So it is not it's not a straightforward thing. Like if you follow it, no, nothing is assured. You still have to put in a lot of effort, but the journey becomes easier when you understand your own values, your own inclinations. When you're able to talk to yourself, and we usually get to this stage, when we are adults, we start questioning different things about life. We start questioning, what exactly we're doing here and how we got here. We start questioning whether this line that we have taken is the best for us. For some other people, like me, and we go deeper into this questioning. A lot of people don't want to go deeper, and there's nothing wrong with that too. We all have our own different contributions to make in life. So if you go deeper into this questioning, you start asking, how you can realize your true potential. you start even wondering if and what your true potential is, and how you can get to actualize it. So the true way, the path of growth that will leave you fulfilled and not leave you with regrets when you've reached your retirement age, is to question the core of your existence, and to get answers by talking with yourself, because there's no other person to talk to. Nobody can give you those answers. I call it spirit, but there's a voice, there's a consciousness inside us, and also, I don't know, inside or outside, whatever we call it, but there's something, there's a voice, it's very clear to me, that talks to me all the time. And there are two voices, I believe. There's the negative voice of self-doubt, and then there's the silent voice that hardly speaks, but it's there if you really want to, if you want to engage with it, it's there. And it's the voice of reason, it's the voice of courage, it's the voice of possibilities, it's the voice of miracles, it's the voice of manifestation that's within you. The louder voice, for me, the one that's loud, is the one of fear, self-doubt, procrastination, reclusion, hiding, protection, which also has its own value. You need to protect yourself sometimes, but we don't really need that in this time and age. It's one of those faculties that have evolved with us over time, and is useful sometimes when there's real danger. But most times there's no danger. There's no danger in trying to write a book. There's no danger in looking for a job that's suitable for you. There's no danger in trying to attract a partner that shares the same kind of vision with you. There's no danger in putting yourself out there to express your ideas or to share your ideas with the world. There's no danger in showing up as such. The only dangers there are your limiting beliefs. So it's not a real danger. It's not an existential danger. It's not going to kill you physically. But the danger, the obstruction that we have there is the fear, and we have to overcome it. We have to overcome that fear, and the only way to overcome fear is by doing that thing that you fear. There's no other way. And the only way you can do it is if people encourage you to do it. And of course, it's not just the encouragement from people. You also must be inspired to do it. That's why most people don't do anything until there's a great tragedy in their life, a heavy suffering, until they lose something valuable. So it normally comes from loss or suffering or pain, or a real threat to their existence, maybe a threat to your life, a sickness or something like that. That's when extraordinary people draw on the strength that is there within them to survive that challenge. And when they survive it, the eyes become open. That's what we call the awakening. You become awakened to the fact that you actually have power within you to survive most of the things that you have been afraid of all your life. All those things that you've been afraid of doing, you can do them, but you will not do it until you're pushed back against the wall, and that is your only choice. So if you want to do it consciously, when there's no pressure on you, when there's no immediate need for you to leave your comfort zone, you have to just do the difficult things. You know what is difficult. You know what you've been postponing. You know what you're afraid of doing. So you have to start doing them. And unfortunately, we don't do them until until the last minute, when when we know that the problem is really going to come and crash on us. Yeah, but that's not the best way to live. So the best way to grow, of course, everything I've said is all about crawling out of your comfort zone. Take one step at a time. You can't afford to live your life on autopilot. So resist the voice of fear that's within you. When I say resist, I don't mean you're fighting it. What I mean is that you're dialoguing with it. And I'll make a video about how to dialogue with yourself in a productive way that will help you. So we need to have that dialogue with ourselves all the time. And there's always an opportunity to do it. The fact the opportunity is always there. They say we have up to 60 to 70,000 thoughts or even more crossing our minds every day. So when they come, whichever one you're aware of, whichever one you can catch, you know, talk to it, dialogue with it. It's there for a reason, and you are there too for a reason, to discuss with it and to find out what it wants from you. So I don't want to go into the whole self-discussion thing here, but the core message that I came to bring today about growth. And when I talk of growth, I mean growing in courage, growing in stature, growing in character, growing in discipline, growing in strength, to be able to achieve your heart's desire. So face your fears, do the difficult, take the difficult options, get out of your comfort zone, come out of hiding, and dialogue with your inner voice. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.